Or we can box.
We look too pretty to box. Don't get sweaty. Don't
well,
get
I feel like I haven't worked out, so this was my workout. So
we're gonna start like Tae-boing on the way in.
Ooh, or we could do some Tai Chi. That's all I know.
So today's challenge is for us to keep this around a half an hour.
Let's
so here we go. Today, I think, has a great title. Everything your grandmother told you about oral health might be wrong. Might be wrong.
Imagine that.
Imagine that. Grandmas are pretty awesome, but some of the things they say are pretty wacky.
And
we all learned about Greek grandmas and their love of Windex.
Oh, yeah. And Vicks.
Vicks is great, though. That stuff is magical. But welcome back. Welcome back to the Unhinged Hygienist, where we question everything, challenge old habits, and occasionally make people very uncomfortable about the contents of their bathroom cabinet.
Yes. And today's episode may be especially dangerous because we're coming for your toothpaste, your mouthwash, your dental routines, and possibly, maybe, even your grandmother. Dun, dun, dun.
Well, not your grandmother personally. Like, I love my Nana, and I'm sure everyone loves their nonies and their nannies and their meemaws. But some of the oral health advice that has been passed down through the generations, we need to talk about.
Yes, these are conversations that need to be had because much of what people do every day is not based on science. It's based on something that they were told by their mom, their grandma, their father, somebody who heard it from someone who heard it from a toothpaste commercial from the 1950s or maybe 30s. We don't know. Depending how old you are, what year you were born in, there's a lot of misinformation out there, so
that's what we're going to bust up today. I'm excited about that because today we are discussing the weird history of dental products, the myths that refuse to die, and some of the things we've been taught that are possibly not true.
And I feel like some of these myths have died, but we're still doing them knowing better.
Yeah. We need to be like Maya Angelou, people. When you know better, you do better.
Do better. But some of these stories are so strange that if they happened today, I feel we'd assume they were like completely made up.
Right? Exactly.
Made up stories that, someone talked about over a campfire one day.
Right? You would think it's a myth or a
urban legend
theory. Urban legend. That's what I was thinking. But unfortunately, for all of us in this world, what we're going to talk about today are all real. All real facts, all real myths, all real. So,
and I think the first one is one of my favorites, Lauren.
It's true. And I like our segment title of how did we end up putting this stuff in our mouth? Quiet, awkward silence.
Think about it.
Because this brings us right into, let's bring into one of your favorite stories and mine, Listerine.
Oh, I wish I had a bottle, but I don't own one. But yes,
You can still smell it burning your nostrils,
right? That everyone's grandparents swore by. Does anybody remember the original Listerine? Because I talked to my patients about it, and some of them have no idea what I'm talking about.
They don't know about the gold one?
Not the younger generation, no clue.
No way.
I'm
That's
like that
crazy.
Brown pine salt tasting shit.
They still sell it, don't they?
I don't
know. Probably I shun it. I walk down the dental aisle and I'm like, ugh, I'm not even supposed to be here. Although sometimes I feel it is our obligation as holistic and healthcare hygienists to help people that I see stuck in the dental aisle. So that one.
But how is it good for your mouth, people, when now they say that you can soak your feet in it and it removes like dead skin and calluses? I don't know. I've never tried that, so.
What they wanted to do to their mouth. I have people all the time who are like, can't you just invent a mouthwash that gets rid of tartar? And I'm like, do you imagine what that would do to your soft tissue?
Yeah.
I mean, like, I'm sure we could. You could probably do it with battery acid. And you wouldn't have any tartar.
You took the words right out of my mouth right now. I'm on a battery acid kick from yesterday.
Right.
But, yeah.
You're on it. You're good. Oh, man. All right. So if you're like some of us in this podcast and you're over 40 years old, there's a very good chance that you remember that giant brown bottle of Listerine sitting somewhere in your house or your grandparents' house, and the very distinct smell.
It tasted and it smelled like pine sol.
Yeah.
And it burned like a mother.
It hurts. It's like
burned like a grandmother. No.
26% alcohol. If you're in AA, you are not supposed to, you are discouraged from using Listerine as one of your dental products. Because you can drink that shit and get drunk, but it's going to burn your insides on the way down. Yeah. So that's like public service announcement.
Like Mountain Dew. But anywho, all this horrible tasting mouthwash was probably next to some mysterious medication that nobody was allowed to touch. And there sat the bottle of Listerine
next to it.
Yep.
Next to what? Remember there was something we would put on our cuts that would turn us red?
Iodine?
Bactine?
My parents had like the actual bottle of the actual iodine.
Oh, wow. They probably brought that over from Greece.
Probably. It's probably expired 20 years ago, but
Hey, expiration dates are only suggestions. You can clean it. So, did you know the funny part about gold Listerine is it was never meant to actually be a mouthwash?
Thank you. Because I think this is where people start thinking we're making shit up. But no, this is one of my favorite topics.
Look it up, people. This is not a Wikipedia falsehood. We are not making anything up because Listerine...
Not just, where I say that it was, invented. It was invented for sterilizing hospital floors. Now I'm even going to learn some new stuff in today's episode.
Oh, we're excited.
What Listerine was originally used for.
The research that we got to do on dental myths actually made us both giggle. It was pretty fun. So I hope that you guys enjoy what you learn and you disperse this throughout the nation. But Listerine was originally developed by Mr. Lister as a surgical antiseptic. It was used to disinfect instruments and wounds. It was a field dressing, people. It was meant to burn like rubbing alcohol to kill the germs. So, of course, whatever. Then somebody else decided it could be used on your head for dandruff. Oh, sure. And then, like you just sort of alluded to, next was foot fungus. And then somebody kind of eventually thought, well, you know where this belongs? If it's good on the dandruff and it's good on the floor and it can clean all the wounds, let's put it inside of a human mouth. Right? How about that?
Because I guess if it kills bugs on the floor in hospitals, if it's killing your foot fungus, if it's sterilizing everything, let's shove that shit in your mouth. Please. That's just insane.
The things we allow to go in our mouths.
No. There's another one. The oral segue of no. Okay.
We do a lot of inappropriate giggling in dentistry. We talk a lot about oral and, whatever. So, I know. God, I always laugh. Could you imagine the marketing meeting in the Listerine group in the 50s? Like, hey, good news, everyone. That, pine solly, smelly foot fungus product has a new application.
Let's swish it. Let's put it in our mouth and swish it all around. Because fungus and oral cavities go hand in hand.
Was that an intern, you think? How do you do that? The Listerine Corporation just was like, bring in the lowest person on the totem pole, see if their face falls off.
They probably had some connection. There was some money being made between that and Pepsodent back in the 30s. Right. So
yeah, right, exactly. Yeah. So that was the golden age of marketing. Like you think about Kellogg's and your breakfast and De Beers and Diamonds and orange juice. Orange juice is a fallacy too, people. Orange juice is nothing but wasted sugar, by the way. If you don't have the fiber from the orange, you're not getting the benefit of the orange. So anyway, back to Listerine. So to be fair, that marketing worked. And Listerine became one of the most successful oral products in all of history. But this is what I love about this story because it reminds us that products evolve. This is why we bring new things up to people. And of course, the I've always done it this way does not work. So the original purpose of something is not always its final purpose.
And that's fantastic because we should be evolving, learning, and growing.
Yeah,
things change.
Absolutely.
And I feel like it's part of our responsibility as healthcare providers to educate, learn, and grow for the benefit of our patients. So
we're supposed to be curious.
Yeah, enough with the bullshit of I've always done it this way and it's worked. Well,
Let's work on that.
Shut up. Okay.
Shut up. There's my answer. Shuck it. Sorry. Shuck it.
Okay.
How do you say shut up in Greek? I just said shut up in. Sassy.
Skase.
Skase. In Hebrew, it's shuck it.
I like shuck it.
Shuck it. And in German, it was klapper.
Oh, that's that's serious.
You listen when a German tells you to shut up and they tell you to klapper. You're like, oh, sorry.
When a German talks in general, I'm like this, you know.
That's whenever I speak German anywhere, people are like,
I'm gonna squirrel.
Oh, do it.
Is there a sexy way to be in German language?
No, nothing is sexy about German ever. So, no. But the thing about German that I loved when I was learning it and living there was the language has this really, when you're reading it and you interpret it, they have the most wonderful, old, gorgeous, long descriptor words. And there's just, for example, there's this word that's called Gemütlichkeit. And yeah, you're welcome. Gemütlichkeit is
I thought you were trying to get something out of your throat, but no.
Okay. It's a feeling that you get, and they talk about it a lot, like people at Oktoberfest have Gemütlichkeit with their friends, and they're, you know, like we're all together and we're trinken and essen und wir sind alles zusammen and you know, so it's fun and it's Gemütlichkeit, but it's this feeling that you can't actually express because we can say cool in English, but you know, whatever. So, and
this is why, guys, it is very hard for us to have 30-minute episodes.
Okay,
even though we really do try, but
this is it. We
there's just so much
and we're
in our heads of like the things we want to talk about, and then it just spirals out of control in the best possible way. But I'm going to take it back to like marketing, you know, and it's very fascinating the way this was marketed and how they marketed it.
True. It's fascinating. It's true. It was brilliant.
It
was Listerine's advertising campaigns, because most people weren't walking around terrified of bad breath or halitosis before Listerine said,
Because I'm sure bad breath existed. You know, imagine back in the day.
Oh, everything about people stank.
Everything stunk. Could you?
So I don't think they knew what stank.
No, people just didn't obsess over it. I guess, like, I would say that we do now, because we have patients that come in and they're like, my breath smells.
Yeah.
You know, what can I do? You know, they're doing all the things, you know. So, thank God. I think COVID masks helped too. So
we wish.
Yeah.
But I think that this is where, not only is this like the modern media and politics, this is, I think they took it from advertising, because these campaigns start telling people that, oh my God, bad breath is going to ruin your life and your relationships and your career, and you're never going to be married, and your dog's going to hate you. But you never thought about that before.
Because I think that's what they do in marketing and just in general. They build such an insecurity where now you're like, oh no.
Oh yeah. But you know what then they do?
What do they do?
I have a solution for you. I might have just created a problem for you, but I also created a solution.
Yeah. And I think every industry does that.
100%. Yeah. It's not just dentistry.
No way. I think, you know, this shit sells, you know, so.
No. Oh, this is yours. Next, we have the 6-month recall myth. This is one of Tassia's personal favorites. So I think we're going to move into this one.
Yep.
Okay, Tassia, tell me about the myth of the 6-month cleaning.
We're not saying don't go to the dentist.
Okay.
Please. That's never been an option, because I do get patients that come in and say, I want to come in once a year, and I laugh at them. We're saying, let's talk about where this recommendation came from, because this is the root cause of one evil, okay? Most people believe scientists determine that every 6 months is a perfect amount of time between cleanings, but that is so wrong. As if your bacteria has a calendar of like, we are going to be populated in 6 months.
Yeah, no, they've got it. Yeah, it's June.
Absolutely not. And again, this came from a marketing campaign. And maybe they were all together with Listerine. Who knows? They all formulated this shit against us. But historically, 6-month recalls became popular because it was simple, right?
Yeah.
Easy to remember, easy to schedule, easy to standardize, especially for these insurance companies.
Oh,
easy for
good.
dental offices. But we're not standardized as humans. Are we,
No, we're
Lauren?
not. No, we are not. Exactly.
No.
There is no standardization. And I don't know how this became something that we got okay with. Like, all of a sudden, we want to be individuals, but not when it comes to our dental care. And I mean, there are some patients who absolutely need to be seen more, and some who could go 6 or 8 or 9 months, because I have patients who I need to see on 2-month, 3-month, 4-month recalls because there's periodontal disease. There's absolutely all of these extenuating circumstances, because every human that is sitting in our chair is different. Some have dry mouth. Some have heavy calculus accumulation. Lots of them have medical conditions.
And I have patients whose mouths look phenomenal all year round. Like you said, like they come in and I'm like, I disclose. I'm like, oh, okay. Trying to find something. I'm like, there's nothing for me to do here. Like, and I tell them, I'm like, for me to tell you this, like, you are an A+ patient, I'm like, take it and run, because my standards are so high. I do not say that very often. I have this printed sheet with a star that says, great job.
Oh, you get a gold sticker.
Yes. I've only given out 3 this year. Well,
wow.
almost 5, but they didn't want it, so that's fine. I'm like, that's fine.
Hilarious.
You know, you could.
Well, and then what this shows is that dentistry is healthcare and dentistry, and one of the things we're trying to promote is personalization, because every person that's in your chair, it should be based off of them. Your oral health should be based on your risk factors, not on some industry standard, not on some commercial, not on a TikTok person, and definitely not on the calendar.
No, because we can't standardize, you know, like even nutrition. Something you do intermittent fasting, that might not work for someone else. You take a certain medication for, say, high blood pressure, that same medication might not work for someone else. Like, everyone's systems are different, so you can't just put everyone in the same box. That doesn't work, and it hasn't worked because your mouth doesn't know what the hell month it is. It's June. Time for my 6-month recall.
Yeah. I don't think that the plaque, they have a little, calendar either.
They probably, they flip a calendar, like by tooth, maybe.
Do they have fingers? Do you imagine them like what is the Mucinex advertising guys with like the big green blob? I sort of assume that's what's living inside of us. So. Hey, do you want to talk about toothpaste now?
Are we starting a fight?
We're gonna start a fight.
There's start a fight. Is there a song? So much controversy right now with toothpaste, and even in my own head, because it's like there's so much that, you know, there's a lot, and there's a lot of different views from a lot of very different people who have done a lot of research. But let's start with fluoride, Lauren. Because you are a biologically holistic hygienist, so let's start with that.
Let's start with fluoride. This is going to be interesting. I'm going to kind of see where this one squirrels me off too. So, a lot of people get really emotional about fluoride. I have certain opinions as a biologically holistic hygienist, but I was classically trained. So let's see. The reality of fluoride is that it does have decades of research supporting cavity prevention and remineralization. But I think for high-risk patients, children with active decay, orthodontic patients, dry mouth patients, older patients, high-risk cavities, I don't know that it's the fix of everything, right? I think we're depending. It's like a Band-Aid. And I really wish, even though I think that fluoride might have a position in some populations and people who might be healthier, because of course there are some theories about fluoride that connects to our thyroid. And so unfortunately the size of, are you still seeing me?
Yes, actually, okay. Please go into the whole, you know, because I don't think a lot of patients know that, or maybe a lot of clinicians don't know that, in how the effects of fluoride affect the thyroid gland.
Yeah. The main thing about
that... And a lot of people, I feel like, have thyroid issues. Living in Vegas, there was a lot of patients with thyroid issues.
Yeah. This is where I think it doesn't need to be an all or nothing, but I think especially if you have a thyroid issue or you are a woman of a certain age, What we now know is that the fluoride ions compete for the iodine space on your thyroid. And so I think those of us that have a lot of hyper or hypothyroidism, we possibly have a buildup of this synthetic fluoride. Because what we're taught in school is absolutely true, that fluoride is an element that is on the periodic table and it is something that is naturally occurring. But what we are getting from your toothpaste, from your mouthwash, from your varnish in the dental office, and from your drinking water is not the same.
Yeah.
So anyone who considers fluoride as part of their oral systemic wellness also consider the thyroid connection. Also, there's the pineal gland connection. We don't want to calcify our pineal glands or our thyroids. So that is where I'm going to leave you to do your own research, dear listeners. But I would like you to get curious. Don't ask Dr. Google. I often encourage people when they start going to questionable areas around things that are opposite of what we've learned to find a search engine that does not censor you, and then do your own research.
Yep.
So there you go. But that leads us.
But before we go into the opposite, like I feel like and you can't be so against fluoride because fluoride is a neurotoxin, but then get Botox injections.
Yeah.
Drink alcohol.
That was correct. That was always my question when I would have a patient who would say to me, I don't want you to put fluoride on me, but they come in with their hair dyed, with acrylic fingernails and a Red Bull in their hand. And I'm just like, okay, I don't think chemicals are what you're worried about.
Yeah.
And so I would appreciate that if somebody had done their research and they said, listen, I have hypothyroidism, I'm on Synthroid, I am on Armor, I have MTHFR. Yeah. Like, these are the things that then I said, oh, okay, you've done your research. It's not because you don't want to spend $25, whatever.
And it's not that I'm like uber against fluoride. I'm just uber pro-choice from the patient. It's a very individualized process in which I participate in. Yeah. I've also worked in areas like in Ohio where they had well water and every kid came in there with rampant decay, but this was also like a poor demographic. So then you wondered what else was influencing that.
Then it was their food. Then it was everything else. Yeah, it's true.
There was one grocery store that was by there and I went in and it was literally like I'm talking processed everything, high sugar. And I'm like, this is sad.
Yeah. No, that's
like
what
just
it is.
Because someone doesn't have as much money, this is what you're giving them.
Exactly. Well, that's the subsidized part. God. This is what I wish people would get upset about. I don't think there's a lot of things that are being pushed on us as a society that are not important people, but our food source, our water source, clean air, clean food, clean water, subsidizing boxed, crappy food that then just makes this whole system of unhealth care. I think that's a travesty. I think that's it. So
that's another episode because there's a lot to say there. But now we're going to go into the whole opposite side of fluoride, which is a hydroxyapatite.
Right. So well, and what you said, I think, was the good thing, because this is what I want people to realize is you can be pro-choice. And I'm very thankful that there is an opposite and there is something else. You can go full-blown, like I'm going to swish with Prevident 1,000 times a day, and you can also make your own toothpaste. So I'm glad that there's something in the middle. But yeah.
But there's a lot of controversy even with hydroxyapatite, nanohydroxyapatite, percentage of nanohydroxyapatite, rod shape of nanohydroxyapatite, biomimetic hydroxyapatite.
Did you know hydroxyapatite has been around since the 80s? NASA developed it for the astronauts. Yep. And then Japan took over the patent. And then
it's been used in surgeries.
Yeah, exactly.
On your body, maybe not your mouth, but that's newer. Yeah. But it's not like it's something that just, was developed, COVID vaccine, and we all jumped on that bandwagon. So
it's true. But see, what's the coolest thing about hydroxyapatite in general is it is the building block of enamel, right? So hydroxyapatite is the building block of the enamel crystal structure. It is crystalline, and that is why it does have a benefit. This is where the controversy comes in of people thinking, oh, it's going to crystallize into my bones.
Yes.
I personally have not found the research that finds that's a problem, because I don't know why I would have a problem with my bones being stronger.
Yeah.
So This is still to be
then
decided.
There's the controversy because, now they're saying that hydroxyapatite does not have the same effects as fluoride when it comes to reducing acidity in the mouth.
Sure. I think that we're relying on the wrong thing.
Yeah.
I think I should just care more about what acidic products I'm putting into my mouth as opposed to relying on something that's going to Band-Aid it. Because also it's only going to be in there. Your fluoride toothpaste is in there, 4 minutes a day? So, but you're drinking Red Bulls and Diet Cokes all day long? Like, this is, we're pointing at the wrong thing.
Yeah.
That's what I
think.
think.
I feel like when I do use, I actually have 3 tubes of toothpaste in my bathroom right now. Actually, 4.
Only? Oh, I've got at least 10.
I lied. So I have, yeah, I want to try the Ollie too, but right now I have Cocoa Shine, Fig, Risewell Pro, and I have the Hello because boyfriend man loves the Hello. Of course, he doesn't like the best one, but I'm like, you also can't just put, is Hello better than, a lot of other toothpaste out there? Yes.
My answer is whatever will touch your teeth.
Yeah.
I don't care.
But
whatever
I
you're
feel
gonna
like
use.
they're cleaner. I feel like I have less buildup. Is it different? Yes, but we've been so we use all this garbage. Like when you use say Crest or Colgate and then you switch to Risewell Pro or Fig and then for whatever reason you're somewhere on vacation and all you have is a tube of Crest and you use it,
So
holy
gross.
God, it tastes so medicinal. Like it's not good. So, okay. That's all.
That's definitely, that's all.
Yeah.
See,
for now, we're going to have some good guests on that because there is a controversy. There's
a lot
very
of
pro
and I
and very
think this
against
is a teaser.
hydroxyapatite, but
I want people who are listening to this episode to want to be on our podcast and let's talk about it because we can get a bunch of people. What if we did like a debate, right? We'll have a pro and a pro.
Yeah. And I don't want people to be scared to come and say their opinion. We're not those people. We're here
to learn.
Yeah, because I'm not here pro this against that. I think that we all because there's hygienists that you don't want fluoride and they get angry. Why?
Yeah.
Or the other way around. Let's talk about this and see what is going to work for you.
Tell me more.
Tell me more. I said that today to somebody. Thank you, Lauren. But now let's talk about the baking soda.
Oh, baking soda. All right. What are you talking about? Let's see, please, because every single week I hear somebody tell me, I can't use baking soda. That's way too abrasive.
But yet they want their teeth polished. With heavy grit.
With the extra
I don't use that, but you know what I'm saying. So, yeah. And that's why I tell people, GBT, I'm like, is so much better for your enamel. Like, polishing is like sandpaper.
Yeah. Oh, or is it more like tiny razor blades?
Maybe. Did you like that?
Slice.
Which is really backwards.
Yeah, totally. Well, and the funny thing about baking soda, it has a relatively low abrasivity score, who shout out to Missy RDH. That's where I learned that from. Because I was talking to her one day and she was like, no, go on, Google the RDA values of toothpaste because there is a very readily available sheet with the top 100 toothpastes on it. And baking soda plain is number 4. Many whitening toothpaste.
I was just going to say, and the people that are complaining are probably using the Colgate Optic White.
Yeah. Dang, that stuff works though, bro.
Dude.
Wow.
I was
you
just
might
going to
not
say.
have any teeth. You might not have anything left, but you are going to look shiny. You're going to be like Jim Carrey in The Mask. You're just going to be like,
yeah. It does work. Do they feel clean? Yes.
Yeah. Hell yeah, because there's nothing left. Battery acid and optic white. So, but this is what people don't realize.
Yeah.
This is worse, right? Because this is a silica. This is an abrasive thing. These are the chemicals. But most of those whitening toothpastes are way more abrasive than baking soda.
Yeah. And I think people think it's abrasive because it's a grittier feeling on their mouth, or on their, you touch it. You can feel it's like sand. No, it's not at all. I tell people to put it in their water pick
coconut oil
a little bit. Yeah.
Oh, that's good. I make my own little concoction. Here's a fun shout out to my hippie side. My nighttime, I brush my teeth 4 times a day though. I'm a hygienist, right? So I brush when I wake up, I brush after breakfast, I brush after lunch, and then I brush before bed. And my before bed, yes.
Do you wait 20 minutes after you eat breakfast to brush your teeth?
I do, because I eat at home and
I'm
then I
just
drive to
making
work.
sure
I
for
appreciate
our
you bringing that up,
listeners.
though. See,
Okay.
because fun fact, you need to let your pH calm
Mm-hmm.
down. So if you could get a hold of some xylitol products, that would be amazing.
Mm-hmm.
After your meals, pop a little xylitol something, let your pH come back, and then take care of the
Mm-hmm.
debris in there. So,
Yep.
nope, I am a water swisher. Get some xylitol in there, drive to work, and then I brush there. So
Yep.
every morning people walk in as they're coming in, and all the clients and everybody's there. Everyone sees me brushing and flossing. So,
Mm-hmm.
but I want to remind people that baking soda isn't necessarily gritty. It depends on what you mix it with. Oh, because that's what I was saying. Squirrel. My nighttime, I use coconut oil with clove oil. I make my
Yeah.
own, and
Clove
then I
oil's great.
add in baking soda. I sprinkle it on
Mm-hmm.
my tooth. So you get alkaline, you get cleansing, you get antimicrobial and antiviral. But gritty and damaging are not the same thing. And if you put baking soda in or on something else, it doesn't necessarily need to be
Yeah.
gritty, because a marshmallow is bigger than a pebble, but that does not make it
Yeah.
hard or
That's right.
harder than a pebble. So there you go.
Use yourself some baking soda. That's the
Yep,
moral of
that's
this
it.
segment.
That's
Now we're going
it.
to move
Yeah.
into the charcoal because I think that that's a big one. A lot of people are
Mm,
using charcoal toothpaste or even like the
yeah.
purple toothpaste, but that's another thing. But charcoal. Let's talk about charcoal toothpaste.
Let's talk about that. Let's go.
I'm
I think this little segment might have some sarcasm in it.
a little bit, but I'm going to get a little sarcastic. Why are we brushing our teeth with campfire residue, guys? Like, do
Good
you go
question.
out to your barbecue, like your grill barbecue, wherever you are and whatever you call it, and like crush the charcoal and be like, I'm gonna go brush my teeth?
Yeah. I mean, I guess I understand where it came from with like detoxing and then
Hmm.
whatever happens inside of our fish tanks, but the word natural has
It's
become sort of
gritty.
this
Yeah.
this thing. It's a very powerful word.
Yeah. Natural, they assume it's healthy. It's like buying a bag of
Mm.
chips that says all natural. Why? They're not.
you, you
But
know,
it's the same thing. You market it a
yeah,
certain way and people just
yep,
gravitate towards
exactly.
that. And here we
There's
are.
keywords. There
Yeah.
are groups of study groups, and what are those things where they put you in a room and monitor you like a think tank kind of thing? They want to know what we're
What is
attracted
that?
to.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. It's the
I
word we're
can't
not
think
thinking
right
of.
now.
Because you know what else is natural that I don't think we should put all over our body? Poison ivy, people.
Oh, you
Just
don't do
because
that?
that's natural.
You don't do
No,
that?
don't
No?
do that.
Oh, I'm sorry. I don't even,
No,
I
you
just let
know,
ticks burrow into my head. That's,
don't do that either.
no.
Lyme
Arsenic is
disease is real.
natural. Arsenic.
Uh, yeah,
But we put
arsenic.
that in our chicken and other things to, preserve color and whatever in the grocery stores.
Venom is natural, snake venom,
Mm,
and like with these certain weight loss medications that happen to be Gila monster venom, I don't think that natural is necessarily something that
it's
we
not.
should, you know.
It's not a safety profile just because you say something is natural.
It's not. It's
No,
purely marketing.
marketing.
Natural has natural, organic, whatever. These are all marketing
Yeah.
words. Yeah.
And then let's talk
Mhm.
about the foam because when you're
Oh,
going
yes.
from traditional toothpaste to like
Yeah.
xylitol hydroxyapatite toothpaste, and I always tell my
It's a hard
patients when I have
transition.
them switch, like it's
Mm.
one, it's not going to taste the same, it's not going to feel the same. They are
Yeah,
very different.
it's
But
true.
just because you have SLS in it and there's foaming agent does not mean that it is going to clean better.
Exactly. In
That's
fact, I
like
mean,
getting soap and scrubbing the floor with like
yeah.
dish soap or whatever. Or if you're getting like you're making your own with baking soda and like whatever,
Mhm.
it's not foaming, but it's cleaning probably better. So,
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, because you're right. It doesn't equal it. SLS is just an industrial ingredient that
mhm.
also causes canker sores for a lot
Yes.
of people.
Yep.
So I think that as we realized that and we started, because this was what 10 or 15 years ago when we started talking about, remember the toothpaste Squiggle? Squiggle was like the first one that I started promoting that had no, it wasn't a kid's toothpaste, but it had no SLS. And it was
Interesting.
really hard to get people away from the bigger the foam, the cleaner the teeth.
How long
And
ago was that?
10 or 15 years at
Okay.
least.
So I was in the US. I don't know. I've
You were
never.
here. I remember Aquafresh made one
Yes.
that was called Triple Foam, Triple Clean, something like
Hmm.
that. You couldn't even get it out of the tube before it started going, like it
Right.
interacted with the air and exploded. But, you know, but just remember, people, these foams They are detergents. They are industrial products. So this is where the term natural would definitely not apply.
And that's for everything, even shampoos. Anything with any foaming agent. Your skin is the largest organ you have. And it absorbs so much of this.
Everything.
So it's not even just your mouth, guys. It is your whole body. Like, we can talk about water filtration one episode too, because you don't know the amount of water your body absorbs from a shower.
On that one, can we go into endocrine disruption?
Yes.
Oh my goodness.
Okay.
Parfums, perfumes,
all
smells.
of it.
My
Makeup,
God.
all of it. So
if I have to walk into one more place that has a Glade plug-in that is shoved up my nose, I will ask a massage therapist to undo those. I'm like, no, I don't want that stuff pumping into my body. My olfactory senses go straight to my brain. Jeez. Okay.
All right.
Do we go back to mouthwash?
Let's do that. Let's talk about the obsession with burning. Please.
Go.
Please. Dun, dun. Oh, that's a bad song. I shouldn't be singing that on here. If anyone can guess what that was,
Taylor Swift.
Put that in the comments. It was definitely not.
It wasn't Taylor Swift?
No.
Oh, I hear please, please, please. Whatever.
Hold on. You talk while I'm gonna figure out the name of the song.
Because the burning is something that patients love and people think is part of, it's like the bigger the better kind of thing. Like, it burns, they think it's working, that's how you know. Which I think that logic is fascinating. Because, I mean, if your gym trainer was to punch you directly in the face while you're working out, I don't think that makes it a better workout.
No.
Right?
No, not at all. I would fight. No. Well, maybe I'd fight back, but no.
Hey, see,
hurting doesn't mean
cardio.
Helping.
Yeah.
Where did we come from this? But I'm going to go back to the song. If you know it, put it in the comments. I will give you the artist. It's 69 Boys.
69 Boys is the place to be.
Now you'll know what kind of child I was. But anywho.
What kind of whoop there it is.
And it's not, we don't want to say that, okay, products like Listerine do work. Products like chlorhexidine do work. But what are they doing is the problem. Like, anymore. We don't want to kill all the bacteria in your mouth. We want to support the microbiome. So we're just simply questioning why people believe what they believe.
Yeah. Let's stop killing everything. Let's stop it.
And hygienists out there, don't tell me, well, because I've had this. Well, I'm going to still irrigate with chlorhexidine because it's been working. Can you start educating and questioning and reading the research that's been out for decades on why we don't use certain things?
Insulation too.
Yeah. Thank you. Shit.
We don't need all that. So
use better products, guys. Evidence-based.
Because they're out there. It's not this is why we're talking about this episode, because we're not stuck with this very small section. Walk into your grocery store, walk into your Target, Walmart, your Sprouts, Whole Foods, anywhere. You see how many things there are to choose from. But this is the thing. Now that we know better, we have to do better. And so we can't just go in and napalm the mouth, because we now know that there is a microbiome that we have to balance. Yes. We're not just, this is why we don't love antibiotics just blatantly. So, yeah.
And this is huge, because I feel like and it's true, for decades, it was like kill the bacteria.
Yeah.
Kill it all. All of it. Yeah. Don't leave like an ounce of bacteria. We want to just sterilize shit all over the place. But that doesn't work, guys.
It's complex. And it needs good and bad. I mean, because those fun facts about you and I being a human being and being more bacterial cells than actual human beings. This is a complex ecosystem, and each area of the body has its own. I don't think this scorched earth is not the way to go.
No. Absolutely not. And I agree 100%. And this is where oral probiotics become interesting, because oral probiotics, we need to, any probiotics, but oral especially, you're repopulating your mouth with good bacteria. Your mouth has more good bacteria than bad bacteria. So why are we killing it all and then expecting to be healthy?
That's true.
Throughout your whole body. So we encourage beneficial bacteria, right? So
absolutely. It's becoming a nuanced and more sophisticated discussion. And I appreciate that people are studying this, because this is what helps us get better. But this is where we challenge you, the listener, to really challenge yourself. Listen to a CE about probiotics, watch something, research something, and study for yourself.
We're already over 30 minutes, but we're doing the best we can here, guys. So
we are gonna, let's see.
We're gonna talk about water picks, and drinking from that hose.
That's it. And then we're going to close it up. So we're going to try to keep this under 45 minutes. So good for us.
I'm so proud of us right now, but we're not done yet. So.
But I want to end with something that is absolutely ridiculous.
Yes. What?
Yes.
What is the most controversial liquid on the planet Earth and internet? Okay.
Everybody wants to know, right? Oh, I will tell you more, Tasia. I will tell you all you need to know, because we're going to talk about tap water, there's filtered water, there's reverse osmosis water, there's distilled water, there's spring water, there's well water, there's structured water, there's hydrogen water, there's alkaline water.
I'm out of breath listening to you. And I feel like every person believes in their answer is correct.
Yeah.
In what they drink. I've been drinking tap water for years, and I'm fine. I drank out of the hose when I was growing up. I'm sure we all did.
We did, but maybe like everything else, just like our McDonald's French fries, they're made differently. I think that our cheap hoses that might be coming from somewhere that has substandard, standards, might be not something I want to drink from. So
Lauren, what water should we be using in our water pick then?
In your water pick? First off, I'd like to thank you for using a water pick, because I still believe that is my favorite little tool. And I love, love, love the water pick with a brush tip on it, because I think friction and a flash flood belong together. But I think that the answer is, how clean is your tap water?
Yep.
Because that's sort of it. So most municipal systems are perfectly acceptable for using in your water pick, but regional differences do absolutely exist.
And I feel like this is the one where, areas where context matters. I don't know. I don't think Nevada's water quality is very good.
Well, no, because we drink straight out of Lake Mead, where all the gangsters threw the bodies. So
not sure about Michigan or Detroit. Maybe closer to other lakes, the Detroit River. I don't know so much. That scares me. But then there's the debate, drinking from the hose debate. Yeah.
I don't know. I think everyone that is of, the latchkey, the before the millennials and everyone were all laughing. We're still alive, I guess. We're still okay, I guess.
Are we? I don't know.
The jury is definitely still out. So, but I would like to say, if there's one thing that I hope people take away from today's episode, it is this, Tasia. Question your habits, question where they came from, question who gave it to you. Consider the source is always a very important thing, because not everything you've been told is wrong.
No.
But science evolves.
Yep.
And that's what we're thankful for.
Thank God, Yeah. And we might be having an episode 6 months from now when something different's going to come up, and we're going to be like, well, no. And that's okay, guys.
Yeah. Yeah.
This is medicine, and this is what happens, And
it's called a practice, because we're practicing. Yep. We're trying to just learn as we go. And, remember that marketing is powerful. That's what they're out there doing. There are people who are paid $1 gazillion to convince us to buy their product.
So let's ask each other questions quickly. Do you use an electric?
I skipped past all that. We're at the bottom.
I know. I just want to know. But I'm really asking for myself. Do you use an electric or manual?
You have a minute and a half. Go.
I use both.
I have one in each hand, electric and manual. And I have the Sucos Neos toothbrush that has a water pick inside of it, and it's cordless.
Do you use a copper scraper or a regular?
Copper tongue scraper.
Thank you. Love that. That's all I care about, because water pick, brushing, flossing, irrigation.
Yeah.
That's what matters.
That's it. Clean your whole mouth, people.
Yep. Be curious, ask questions, do research, stay informed.
Yep. That's it. I think we did it. Oh, look. We're under 45 minutes.
Look at us. New record. All right, guys.
All right.
Please,
stay curious. Please. Stay skeptical. Study. Follow us. Like us. Share this episode with anyone that
comment. Please comment.
Please comment.
Give us some ideas. Anything you guys want to hear, we can talk about. You want to be on the podcast? Maybe we can make that happen. Go to the unhingedhygienist.com. Everything is there. Our guest intake forms are there. But thank you so much again for joining us here today. We will see you next Wednesday.
Until next time.
All right.
We've got some good guests, people.
Wait for it.
Keep on us.
All right. Bye.
Bye.